The Chameleon. It was my second night when he arrived, late, well after lights out. The techs were still waking me to check my vitals every few hours, so I wasn't soundly asleep, just enough to notice his arrival without coming fully awake. I had a momentary worry that my snoring might bother my new roommate, but it turned out to be unnecessary. Not only was he out cold, but I suspect he could probably use a CPAP. My snoring wasn't likely to be an issue. I awoke early to the announcement that breakfast lineup would be in 10 minutes and glanced over at my new roommate. He was covered head to toe in his blanket, sleeping noisily. I quietly got dressed, washed up, and headed off to breakfast. I wouldn't actually meet him until the next morning. He remained bedbound for the day. His name was Calvin. My first impression was that of a semi-popular frat boy. Not the social kind, but from one of the scholastic professional ones. A 20-something fit Asian kid. Smart, hip, well-dressed, and sure of himself and his place in the world. He drew attention in a crowd with an easy manner and a genuine smile, and most everyone seemed to like him. He shared a lot without saying much, and he always seemed able to relate to whomever he was addressing. I had won the roommate lottery with this guy, always ready to offer aid or assistance. It was almost strange that he of all people would need inpatient detox, even if it was only for a drinking problem. Even his affliction fell into the socially acceptable realm. It wasn't until later, after some after-hours talks and discussions, that I realized that there was more to him. For instance, this well-put-together, stylish young college student was poor, all caps. He actually lived in the tunnels under Vegas, a place even many homeless feared to venture into. He was a college student and intelligent. It wasn't an act. It's just that it was only one part, one facet of his character. He was actually many-faceted like a cut gemstone, and he would simply angle himself to present the best view depending on who was watching. I'm not sure he was even aware he was doing it. It felt instinctual, so maybe not like a gemstone. No, Calvin was more like a chameleon, unconsciously blending into his surroundings. His personality was a camouflage, ever-changing with his environment. I'm not sure I ever got to know the real him, in spite of spending most of our time together, but I got the feeling he didn't really know the real him either. We hope you've enjoyed this clip from Windswept Gardens. Please like or subscribe below, and check back each Sunday for more clips from the upcoming novel, Windswept Gardens.